All right, we're live.
What's up, everybody? It's J and J with Justin and Jordan.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Different different setup this time.
Facts, facts.
You know how it goes. Justin, what we got going on with the different setup? We ain't in person. We got Mikey Locks in the cut. We on the computers. What's going on?
So today we got a lot of stuff going on. We got our All NBA awards, and we got our first round predictions. Playoffs start on Saturday. Um, we got the new vibe remote for y'all with Mikey Locks. Anticipated episode. There's a lot to talk about today.
Oh, 100%. I'm happy Mike is here. I mean, not happy about the fit. Fit's kind of ugly, but I always love when Mike is here. But Justin, let's get into these awards first, though, bro. We'll talk about the plan after, and then we'll talk a little bit about the predictions. I'm not gonna lie. Let's leave MVP for last, bro. Justin, I'll let you pick the first award. Let's leave MVP for last.
First award. Should we do? Should we do? I guess
Let's do DPOY.
DPOY.
DPOY was a hot topic, bro, for
That's
the
a
past
hot
couple of
topic.
weeks because you know who don't deserve it.
Oh, Mr. Green.
There's a good three other guys who deserve it.
Yeah.
He don't. But I wanna know who Mike picked, bro, because maybe Mike picked Draymond. I don't wanna spoil the Draymond pick and make him feel bad. Who you guys at DPOY?
Um, man, I got Mobley.
Okay, that's a good pick. What about you, Justin?
Yeah, my DPOY is Evan Mobley.
Damn, this is kind of boring because we got a clean sweep. I also picked Evan Mobley, the defensive demon from Cleveland.
Oh shit, Collins in the chat. He said
Collins in the chat, even better.
Evan
Look,
Mobley, brother.
yeah, I mean, no other choice. I mean, if I had to go in order, it would be him, Dyson, Amen, and then Draymond, and then I guess Triple J is fifth. Him or Dort. I'd probably go Dort anyways, but I think Mobley should run away with it. I respect Garland for being the one to talk because Mobley himself doesn't want to talk like Draymond Green, but I hope the writers do the right thing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, yeah.
I need the writers to do the right thing.
Nobody's picking Zubats.
For DPOY?
Hey,
Nah.
all defensive second, all defensive second, not
Yo,
DPO.
He
He a
deserves some
demon.
love
He a
though.
demon. He a
yo.
demon.
Listen, bro. I'm just saying, Zubats was available most of the year, bro. He
He
played.
was.
He fucking. I think
Oh,
I had a tough decision with this. It was either for me. It was between Zubats or Mobley.
we
But
got a comment from Sports PSP. Shout out to you, my brother, for joining.
Shout out to Sports PSP, bro. Can Harden change the narrative about the playoffs this time? I could only pray, but at the same time, with my Jokic narratives, it's tough. I want them both to do well, bro. I want them both to win, but they can't. Only one can make it through. And even now, even though I got all my answers written out, Sports PSP, I still don't know who I'm picking. When we get into them predictions later, I still don't know who I'm picking. But I need him to break the narrative because this is a guy who dropped 34 points per game in 2019 versus the Warriors, but he's a choker. But what do I know? What do I know about playoff Harden? So-called choker, but he makes the playoffs every single year for 16 years straight now, right? 15, 16 years straight.
Yeah.
But he's a choker.
oh man, I can't wait. No,
I think Harden's gonna do his thing this playoffs, yo.
Nah, he
Especially
is.
with
He
Norman
is.
Powell there, Kawhi looking like Kawhi, Zubac is balling out. I think he gonna do his thing. We got a comment from Dave. He said, "Mikey Locks here." Oh nah, just end it.
I agree. I agree. Nah, I 100% agree. But let's go into the six man, Justin. You know who
Um,
my pick is, bro.
my six man
Mister
of the year is Malik Beasley from the Detroit Pistons.
Mister
Um,
Thug Shake himself.
I thought about Peyton Pritchard, obviously, but I just felt like with with Malik Beasley, the Pistons really just needed him. Like they dead ass needed him. Like Peyton Pritchard could have had a whack game, and the Celtics still could have won. The Pistons, they dead ass needed Malik Beasley to go the fuck off. And if it wasn't for Anthony Edwards, like saying, "Nah, put me back in," Malik Beasley would have had the most threes in the league. And he
Should have.
shot, yeah, shot 41% from three this year. Gave you 16 a game off the bench. He was cooking. So I'm gonna give Malik Beasley my sixth man of the year just because of how um important he was for the Detroit Pistons this year.
What about you, Mike? You going with Beasley? You going with PP? I mean, I don't even think there's anybody else in the conversation.
PP.
Just them two.
I'm going PP.
PP.
Yeah, I'm going PP.
Clippers in six. Yeah, I got the Clippers in the series.
Whoa, why are you spoiling already?
Yeah,
We gonna get there.
we don't get
Slow
Yeah,
that.
down.
let's get there.
Slow down, Justin. Damn, mad
I,
thirsty
I
for no
can't wait.
reason.
I can't wait to talk about that. By the way, I can't wait to talk about the Clippers in general. By the way,
Colin said Ty Jerome doing all that in 20 minutes though. I
He
think
gets respect, but he's
he gets
third.
respect, but I think
he deserves respect. Yo,
nah,
I
He's
watched a lot
third
of
though.
I've watched a lot of Cavs games this year, bro. That boy Ty Jerome, I love him.
I didn't put Ty Jerome because I think there's like a rule, and he didn't meet the mark. He had to play like 20 minutes a game for like a certain amount, and Ty
For
Jerome
real.
didn't. Yeah, there's a rule, and Ty Jerome didn't qualify because of that.
He
But
is.
if he
He is
did, I
underrated
would
though.
have considered him heavily.
He's still my third, but it's PP and it's Beasley, and I'm taking Bees, like you said. Pistons was trash last year, and look what a few small additions did. No all stars, no all defensive level guys or nothing, just shooters, and one of them was Malik Beasley.
Yeah,
And then look what he did. Look at all the threes he made. Like you just said, Ant Man had to jump back in to compete with a six man for the most threes in the season. And look what it's led to. It's led to 40 plus wins on a team that lost 20 plus in a row last year. So just going value by value, like you said, Peyton Pritchard has a bad game. Who cares? You got Tatum to pick you up. Brown, Porzingis, White, Holiday, Al Horford to an extent.
That's a
But
great.
you look at Detroit. Beasley has a bad game. Who is Cade relying on when it comes to offense? You could say Duran, but to an extent, that's really all you can fall back on. I guess Tobias Harris sometimes. I guess THJ, but let's be real. Malik Beasley's really like the second best offensive option on the floor whenever he's out there. It's all on him. The pressure's on him, bro. So he deserves it. I'm happy that he wanted to stay. He begged the front office and said, please don't trade me. And guess what? Now he's going to the playoffs with Detroit. And you know what? They're going to go against us. Hopefully they don't beat us. I'm not spoiling my prediction yet, but I think he's going to cook against us, though. That's one thing I'll spoil. I think he's going to do very well against us.
Absolutely.
Rookie of the year.
yeah.
I can't lie, Justin. We was kind of wrong about the draft class. We were wrong. We said it was going to be trash. There was no Wemby type of guy. There was no Paolo level guy, no Cade level guy, no generational dude, no Cooper Flag, no Ant-Man, but the guys kind of caught me off guard. Zach was entertaining. Sar was entertaining. You feel me? And then my guy who I picked for Rookie of the Year, Castle, was hooping. And that's why he's my Rookie of the Year. He did a very good job with his rookie season. He got to learn a lot from a vet like CP3 and a little bit from, D-Fox after he came in after the trade deadline. But he has been balling, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I really do think that the Spurs are going to make the playoffs next year because he's going to be a really big part of that. I think he's going to make a big jump next year. And all starts with getting the Rookie of the Year right now.
Nah, yeah. This isn't even a fucking debate. It would have been a debate, like, had Jared McCain not gotten hurt.
Whoa. Respect Sar. Sar is balling. Well, he was balling. Season's
was
over. Sar was
balling.
balling.
Jalen Wells was doing his thing too. Prayers out to him. But yeah, Stephon Castle, he's been dogging even from before the Fox trade, during the Fox trade, and even when Fox went down. So the shit he's been able to do this year is just crazy. Didn't think it would get to this level in year one, but now it gives you more excitement going into the future, and you have your guard tandem locked down right now. Everything that Stephon Castle's been able to show you, if he could get that consistent shooting, it's only gonna get scarier from here. So yeah, Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year. Shout out to him.
Mike, is this a sweep?
No, I got Zach.
All right, that's fair. Nah, I got no problem at all with that. Zach was balling too. 30 ball without dribbling the ball. Looks like
Yeah,
a taller Klay Thompson.
yeah, no. Average 14 points, 50% from the field. Can't really.
Oh, Reese's Shade, just to clarify.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
motherfucker said Zach, and I was like, Edie? I'm like, no
Oh
way.
no, not.
Come on, bro.
Who cares about Zach Edey? Who cares about Zach Edey after how he played? He got his rebounds last game, but
Oh
who
my
cares about
God.
Zach
Yeah,
Edey
motherfucker said
with how he
Zach. I
played?
was like, what?
No,
Rizal
Risa
Like,
Shea,
Shea, bro.
bro.
Yes, Rizal Shea.
Reese's
Risa Shea
Shade.
was
Yeah.
hooping, bro. I think he's an underrated piece. I think he got a
Nah,
lot of
yeah,
heat coming
Reese's
into the
Shade was
draft.
fucking cooking this year.
He was, especially the second half. I mean,
Yeah.
with Jalen Johnson going down, I think he had more of an opportunity to actually start cooking. And he fried. I think he lived up to it. Is he gonna be a future All-Star type of guy? I don't know yet. I can't really promise something like that yet, but he's already looking like a really good role player so far, at least next to Trae Young. And hopefully he's a building block next to Trae Young and they keep Trae Young. Because I think this is a really good piece that fits next to him. This is the perfect guy. So if the Hawks are smart, keep Trae Young, don't blow it up, keep him, build around Zach, build around Dyson, who we're going to talk about shortly. Hopefully, I hope so. But build around those guys and Jalen Johnson when he comes back, because I think they're going to actually be a threat to something that's not a playing spot next year.
Yeah.
So moving on to MIP, this is kind of what I was into with Dyson Daniels. I am not picking Cade. Under no circumstances am I picking Cade. This is where I got Dyson Daniels.
Okay.
Cade Cunningham does not deserve MIP. When you are the number one pick, you do not deserve MIP when you have consistently been getting better and better and better and better. He's damn near averaged 20 his whole career.
Yeah.
And he's an all-star now, and he's an all NBA level talent now. He's a top 15, top 10 guy right now. Like, he's not MIP. I'm kind of getting tired of giving guys like him and Ja and guys of that tier MIP. They're top 3 picks, top 5 picks that are naturally growing. Give it to a guy like Dyson Daniels, who can any of us here say that we expected Dyson Daniels to be this good this season? Because I think you guys would be lying to me if you guys said yes.
Nah.
Because I know I didn't expect this. I didn't expect any of this. So that's why he's my MIP. I don't even think it's close, to be honest with you. I think there's a lot of other good options, but I don't think it's close, bro. It's got to be Dyson, because I cannot subscribe to the thought that it should go to Cade.
Nah, yeah. I also went with Dyson Daniels. I thought about Zubats.
Him too, yeah. He's a good shout.
But the shit that Dyson Daniels been able to do this year, like it kind of just came out of nowhere, because Zubats has always been like pretty solid center, like respectable, and then he took it to another level this year. But Dyson Daniels was just like an afterthought on the Pelicans, and just a throw in into that DeJounte trade that we were just like, oh, okay, young player. He didn't really get his shine in New Orleans, and now this motherfucker turned into a demon this whole year, like having a career year defensively. Led the league in steals with 3 a game. Like it's 3 steals a game is fucking crazy. And the shit he's been like, he's had games with like 6 steals,
Ridiculous.
7 steals, shit like that. So the improvement he's been able to make this year, just like people want to knock him for like, oh, offensively he's still the same guy, blah blah blah. He's just doing. I'm like, bro. To be honest, bro, the shit he's doing defensively is like game changing shit. And
Absolutely.
then on top of what he's giving you offensively, it's a cherry on top for that. So just the out of nowhereness, just him just coming out of nowhere this year, I think that in itself is just like super deserving for most improved.
After Mike gives his pick, I got a question.
I just want to shout out to Dequan, because he got Dyson Daniels on his fantasy basketball team this year. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to him. Fucking, I went with Zubats.
Yeah, that's a fair pick.
Yeah, I went with Zubats.
You're a big Zubats fan.
Listen,
I was trying to give him DPOY and MIP. You gonna give him MIP? You gonna give him MVP later?
I wasn't giving both. I wasn't giving this guy Mobley MIP, because
Yeah.
I already just gave him, defensive player of the year. So for me, it was between those two on one of the things. Obviously, I had to pick the better player. I thought defensively, so I picked Mobley, and then now I'm gonna pick Zubats for the MIP. Bro, like just looking at his contested shots this year, the guy has really stepped it up on defense, and I love what I see from him. So, and look, bro, they're top five in defensive rating now, the Clippers. So, I mean, you guys got to take that into account, man. And this, I can't wait to talk about the Clippers when we're going into this playoffs, bro. But yeah,
Big Clippers fan, but sticking to the Clippers. By the way, this was the question I had. If Norman Powell qualified, are you picking either, for me and Justin's case, Dyson Daniels, or in your case, are you still picking Zubats over Norman Powell? Because he just didn't play enough games, unfortunately.
yeah. I'll probably still pick Zoo.
Sticking with Zoo.
Sticking with Zoo.
What about you, Justin?
I would still pick Dyson Daniels.
I would flip. I'm not gonna lie. I would flip. I would flip to Norman Powell. I think Norman Powell had a great season. He was borderline All-Star, and unfortunate that he didn't make that. And even more unfortunate that he's not even gonna get MIP. So shout out to him though. But next up,
Can't wait to talk about this All NBA.
All NBA. We almost there, bro. Be patient because we got a really important award right here in Clutch Player of the Year first, bro.
Oh,
Clutch
come
Player
on.
of the Year.
If this is not a sweep, I might turn off the. I might.
Why? Why? Who do you pick?
I picked JB, bro.
Okay. What about you, Justin?
How can it not be JB, bro?
I picked Jalen Brunson.
No respect for the King guys. I also picked JB, but you didn't even consider the King.
Nah,
You didn't consider Braun.
nah.
Are y'all dead ass?
Oh shit.
DG the PG. That's a good shout out too, but Braun, y'all saying like it's a sweep. Like look, Darius Garland is in the conversation. Braun's in the conversation. Jokic is in the conversation. Y'all just saying JB like it's nothing. And I'm still picking JB, but it's a convo.
I was like torn between JB and Jokic, but I had to pick JB. Come on, man.
The bias, bro.
JB
bias.
saved
Look
us
at
so
bro's
many
hat.
times when he shouldn't have.
I'm gonna let my bias go take me, man. No, fuck that.
Let's see how far it takes us later on. That's what I want to know. Colin, this is a good shout out for you because this should be a sweep of Coach of the Year with all the coaches that got fired, like Taylor Jenkins, Michael Malone. Damn, Colin didn't have to cut the promo right there. Coach Bud got fired. Mike Brown got fired. That's less competition for Coach of the Year. Kenny Atkinson. I hope this is a sweep. JB had a chance. Mark Dagnall had a chance. It's got to be Kenny Atkinson. I don't think there's any competition.
It's actually not a sweep.
What?
Nah. I went with JB Bickerstaff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Coaching the worst. You literally inherited the worst fucking team in the league last year. And I know they made off-season moves. Yes, it is Saratoga water. What's it called? Yeah, I know he inherited. They made the off-season moves, but it's still on JB to like set up his philosophies, put everybody in place. And with the laughing stock of what the Pistons were last year, all of us here did not expect them to be this. And I know Jordan and I were like, "There's no way they're gonna be that bad again."
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought they'd be playing. You probably thought they'd be, I don't know, instead of 15.
I had the Raptors over them. I think they were just
instead of
outside
15,
playing.
we thought they would have been like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Them motherfuckers is 6. So it's like, I had to give it to JB Bickerstaff. Kenny Atkinson, shout out to him. He's done a fucking phenomenal job. But it's like, yo, I can't ignore what JB did. My top 3 though, actually, I might go top 4. Like my top 4 was no order: JB, Ime, Kenny, and I wanted to give Ty Lue some love too. What he
Before Mike even says anything, the way that you saying that though, nobody expected the Cavs to one be the 1 seed, two win 60 plus games with the same roster JB couldn't do it with.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I've mentioned this before. I feel like they reached their ceiling with JB because JB did a similar
Yeah, with
thing.
JB, yeah.
He kind of did a similar thing with the Cavs. I mean, he didn't propel them to like what Kenny's doing, but the Cavs were not that good. And then when JB got there, they got better every year. You saw that, and they reached their peak with him. And then they had to go in a new direction. Um, Nobody saw this with Kenny Atkinson, but for JB to double down and do this twice, once with the Cavs that they weren't the worst team in the league, but literally this year with the worst fucking team of all time last year to make them a top 6 seed, like lock no play in. I'm sorry, bro. Like
That's fair enough. It's just
that's
I had the Cavs as a 6 seed. That's
I
all.
mean, yeah, that's respectable. I
I
had the
had them as
Cavs
a
as a 5
6 seed.
seed. Um,
Yeah, no one
Kenny
had them
Atkinson
as
did a great
one.
job, but it's like what the Pistons were last year to what they are now. That's a hell of a coaching job. I'm sorry.
Nah,
If
I
you want to go
respect it.
Kenny, that's fine. But to me, JB Bickerstaff got to be it.
It's not fine.
I
I'm
don't.
right. No, I'm
Yeah.
playing around. I'm playing around. What you got, Mike?
Uh, Listen, man, it's got to be Kenny, bro. I 100% agree with Jordan. The
Thank
thing
you.
that I feel like you're like neglecting, Justin, is that yo, like improving from a bad team to a good team is not as impressive in this league as improving from a good team to a great team.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, and the massive improvements from fucking Mobley and fucking just the whole roster, massive improvements. You know what I
Mm.
mean? You can't really like neglect that, and that's why it's gotta be Kenny. Like it's
Yeah,
got to be.
I think good to great's harder than bad to good.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, and that's not to say that what JB did isn't impressive, but I just think there's so much more room to grow than there was with the Cavs, and the growth being 60 wins and the 1 seed. I just think that's insane. Me personally, I think that's wild.
I had them probably fighting for fourth or fifth, and
Yeah, I had him 6.
they won what 64 games.
I had them finishing 6. I checked my
Yeah, I
standings.
had
I
them
did very
finishing
bad this
fifth.
year. I did bad in both conferences with the standings. Like, bro, I had them in 6th place. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I even thought they're gonna finish top 3, and they were one. And not only were they one, it's not like they were one and won 53 games. They won 60 plus games. I got to give that man his respect, bro. With the same roster that JB had, which is another big point. So I just hope that JB can stick with this Pistons team. Just talking about the future in general, going a little bit off topic. Hopefully there isn't no like crazy ceiling that he gets stuck at again, like he did with the Cavs, and then has to leave, and they have to bring in someone else to really unlock them, make them contenders. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he's the one to make them contenders, because I don't want him to run into the same thing that he did with the Cavs. Last award, guys. Everyone says it's a discussion, bro. It's not a discussion to me. November, it wasn't a debate. All-Star break, it wasn't a debate. March, it wasn't a debate. It's after the season. Still not a debate to me. The best player, the most valuable player, key word, valuable, most invaluable player is still Nikola Jokic. And the reason why, like I explained to Justin, I forgot if it was last episode or the one prior, when Jokic is on the floor, this is the best offensive team by offensive rating of all time. That's not hyperbole. That's statistics. The Boston Celtics of last year set that record. When he's on the floor, the offense is better than that. When he's off, the worst offensive rating of all time. Worse than I forgot if it was 76, 77 or 77, 78 New York Nets. I almost said New Jersey. I think they were in New York at the time. New York Nets. Worse than that when he's off the floor. That's value. Another crazy stat, which I have said before. Jokic has played 800 plus games regular season and playoffs with no teammate that made an all-star game, all defensive, or all NBA. No other player in history has played 700 games with that criteria. We could talk bench players, we could talk all-stars, we could talk MVPs. Nobody has dealt with that situation for 700 games. He's done it for 800 plus. And they was a top 5 seed. I can't hear out the Shea argument. Shea's been great. I'm not dunking on Shea. He's had a great season, great scoring season. But again, he's had one of the best scoring seasons of all time. Jokic has quite literally had the most valuable season of all time. More valuable than any Bron season, any Curry season, any Jordan season, any Kobe season, any Shaq season. More value came from this Jokic season than any other player season in history. Give this man his fourth, what should be fifth MVP.
Yeah, bro. I don't even think. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that's gonna like argue for Shea, and Shea's having a great season. This isn't one of those. Um, I mean, to us it might be like, damn, Jokic got robbed, but Shea's having a fucking incredible season. I want people to understand that, but I think the shit that Jokic is doing is like some all time shit that we probably won't see again, and he probably won't get the MVP, but what he's been doing this year, averaging a efficient triple double, and Jordan gave the on and off stats. Like when he's off the court, they are
Triple double. I'd even say that.
he's garbage. I mean, they're garbage when he's off the court, and then when he's on the court, they're like one of the best teams in the league. So like, there's it's like he has everything to show you. And I know Shea has the stats and all that and the team record, but when I think of most valuable player, I think of the guy when you take him off his team, what's gonna happen? The Nuggets are garbage without Jokic, and the Thunder, they're good. Then obviously they're not 60 win good, but they stay afloat without him. Um, I don't even, to me it's like not even a debate. And some people might think I'm crazy for that, but I just think the season that Jokic is having, nah, bro.
It's the best one ever to me.
There's zero debate. Zero debate. It's Nikola Jokic, bro. How can it not be? Uh, 20 points better when he's on the per possession when he's on the court. All right,
Jesus.
freaking 11 points for Shea. Okay, to differentiate. All right, then I could ask any NBA fan out there who's on the Nuggets bench. Who's on the Nuggets bench? Most of them will not be able to tell you. Most of them will not be able to tell you. And then you could go to the OKC bench and you see greatness. You see a great bench.
A
Like
phenomenal bench. You got Caruso, you got
phenomenal bench.
Keaston Wallace, you got Wiggs, you got Asian Duke Dennis, Jalen Williams. A lot of talent just on the bench.
Bro, like it's not even close. I
Winning 50 without Shea is crazy.
and
Yeah, I
the
don't know
media,
about
the way the media, bro, is like making it seem like it's such a close race is just baffling to me. It's like they don't want to give it to him. They don't want to give it to Jokic again. It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna say one thing too, man, before we even move on.
Yes, Colin, by the way. Yes, Colin. Yes.
I'm tired of the defense thing. I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, well, my MVP is the one that could play defense, that plays both ways." You're not picking Kawhi over 2016 Curry. You're not doing that, and Curry was not a good defender. You're not taking 17 Kawhi over triple double Westbrook or Harden, who's leading the league in points. No, not points, but leading the league in assists with 11 assists and still scoring like 28, 29. You're not taking 19 MVPG 13 over Harden averaging 36, 37. So why is it now we just care all of a sudden about defense, about two-way ability? MVP's never been the two-way ability award. It's never been like that. We've seen so many guys who just were one way that won MVP. Jokic 3 times, Harden, Curry twice, Westbrook, Steve Nash twice. All guys who are primarily just offensive players.
It doesn't
But
hurt.
now we care about defense.
It doesn't hurt though, Jordan. It doesn't hurt.
It's additional. It's additional. But I hate when people say, "Oh, because Jokic doesn't play defense, he's not MVP." That's stupid.
Yeah, no, that is
Because
stupid.
look at the precedents that we have. Charles Barkley's never been a good defender in his life, and he won MVP.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Magic Johnson was a terrible defender.
He won
He won
three.
3 of them. 3 of them. They weren't
Like-
giving it to.
like-
They weren't giving it to Sidney Moncrief.
Like you said, bro, it's all about the key word in most valuable player is valuable,
Mhm.
valuable to the team. And it's just not even close. The Thunder, like Colin said, Thunder will win with 50 without SGA.
I think they win. I think they win like 42. I'm not saying 50. They win like 42.
50 is crazy, yeah.
50's OD, bro.
I think
They not better than the
get
Rockets.
close. I think they could get close. It's
42. 41.
Yeah, low 40s.
500. 41 and 41.
I mean,
And that's if Chet's playing.
Yeah, that's if Chet finishes the whole season.
yeah, true. I
50's
think
a lot.
I would be like 45. I would say
I'll give him like 42 max.
Yeah, 45 is if they really excel.
But even
Really
then,
insane
42
on.
is still better than what the Nuggets would be without Jokic.
Nuggets will probably win 18 games.
Yeah. They'd be a lottery team.
They'll win 18 lottery team. They'll be the number 1 pick. They'll be hyped about getting Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Not even trying to be funny. They'll be hyped about getting Cooper Flag right now. Forget lottery team. Cooper Flag will be wearing a Denver Nuggets jersey by July.
They should be happy that Jokic never had no like David Robinson shit and he was out for the whole year.
Get this man some help, bro. That's why I'm glad they fired their GM, bro. How have you not gotten him one concurrent All-Star? One concurrent All-Defense. And I know people are going to say, Jamal Murray's basically an All-Star in the playoffs. Okay.
Did y'all
there's
watch last year?
And not even that, there's other All-Stars in the playoffs who elevate.
Yeah.
And besides, not All-Star, I'm sorry. Playoff Jamal Murray is not better or that much better than regular season Brunson, for example. And I'm pretty sure Jokic would prefer regular season Brunson to be with him for 82 games and have that same level of Brunson, not even get better, just stay how he is for the playoffs, then have what he has with Jamal Murray, where he's okay for the regular season and in the playoffs he's good.
Yo.
Oh, what's up, Max? Shout out to my boy Max down there. Let's get
Yo,
into this
Max.
All NBA though. We'll go first all the way down to third. I think what kind of sucks about first team this year is first 4 names are kind of a lock. We're really just gonna be debating the 5th one.
Yeah.
And stop me if I'm wrong. If you don't have any of these guys in here, but the locks to me are the Joker, SGA, Giannis,
Yo.
Tatum. My number 5 is Cade.
My first team is hold on. I got SGA. I got Anthony Edwards.
Ooh.
I got Jason Tatum. I got Giannis, and I got Jokic.
Ant-Man's your 5th. Okay.
Yeah.
Cook, Mike Cook. I'm kind of scared by that smile.
Yeah, that smile scaring me.
All right, I got Shea, I got Giannis, Jokic, Bron, Bron, and JB.
Tatum. Wait. You said Shea?
Shea, Giannis, Jokic, Bron, JB.
So you said fuck Tatum.
Fuck Tatum.
Wow.
As the resident Tatum hater, that's kind of crazy, bro.
kind of crazy.
That's kind of crazy. I can't deny him first. I wish I could.
That's crazy.
I really do wish I could. Like if Luka played this season, I could make an argument, but I can't.
Do you got?
mean,
Do you got?
Bron?
You at least got Bron on your second.
Yeah, but what you mean
yeah.
first?
All right, word.
Nigga said fuck Tatum.
Bron almost fell to third. Bron deadass almost fell to third.
He said
bro.
hating on the nigga Tatum per usual.
All right, D. How about you come up here then? I ain't trying to hear all that. Nah, I gotta hear this case for Braun. Before me and Justin do the Cade versus Ant debate, I gotta hear this case for Braun, bro. And for leaving out Tatum.
Man, why do I need to make a case? It's because he's Braun. All right, that's why.
That's crazy. The glazing, yo.
No. Listen. Uh, Tatum, he had a great season, of course.
Phenomenal. His best, maybe. Second best.
Phenomenal. Um, I'm just gonna go with Braun because honestly, bro, fucking, he had like these games where I was watching a lot of Lakers games, I guess. So
We
I'm
all are. Come on, we all love Braun.
yeah, fucking. I'm sitting here probably kind of more biased than usual, but fucking yo, like I was watching a lot of Braun games this year, and besides that fucking stupid ass Chicago game, I seen him actually do some fucking crazy shit at 40 years old. I don't know about you, but I still think he's the top 10 player in this fucking league, and I had to go with him.
Fine.
Do you guys think he's top 10 still?
I'll respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Colin said
I
Max.
still think he's top 10 still.
I'll let it slide. Justin. Cade versus Ant-Man, bro. I'll let you go first.
I thought about Cade here. I just went the slight edge to Ant just because the 3-point factor he's added this year, 39%, led the NBA in 3-pointers made, on top of giving you 27, almost 28 a game, fourth in the league in scoring, and just the uncertainty. Um, just like dealing with the blitzes in the beginning of the season and then figuring shit out. It's still a weakness for him, but you saw the progression of him throughout the season of him learning to go through that and then picking his poison and going through his progressions. Seeing that shit for me, the improvement, been very impressed with that. Um, and yeah,
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
It's fair
I
enough.
think I think I think I would have picked Mitchell. I think I would pick Mitchell over Cade. I'm gonna keep it a
nah,
buck. And
What?
I and you guys know I hate.
nah. For me, it was that ass cater and
Yeah, Cade has been hooping, bro. No all-star again.
think of
No
Max.
all-star. No. Torrey Craig, by the way, is the answer. No all-star. No
No,
all-star.
Tyler Hero.
No. Torrey
Why'd
Craig.
you say it
Torrey
like
Craig.
that?
Torrey Craig, bro.
Tyler Hero.
Bro, Torrey Craig has Meg the Stallion.
Okay, Tyler Hero.
Stop saying it like
Why is
that.
he saying it like that?
He's a fucking hero.
Cade Cunningham.
Listen.
Max had Meg mid.
Stop.
Thank you, Max. Yeah, she fucking got somebody locked up.
Okay, Cade Cunningham, bro. Cade Cunningham.
He said
We're
it's
not doing
Tory.
that. Cade Cunningham, bro. Cade Cunningham put the team on his back, like Justin said earlier. One of the worst teams last year. The worst team last year.
Wow. Hide
The
that.
worst team last year.
Wow.
Hide that too. The worst team last year. Improve them to a top 6 seed. And again, 25, 9 and 6. That's not moving you, Mike. You really think Donovan Mitchell is better than 25, 26, 9 and 6 on a winning team too, and defense?
That tier, but I don't know. I fucking
Donovan Mitchell didn't make my second team, by the way. I'm spoiling it.
damn, for real. Wow.
Individual, bro. I go by individual. I don't care that they won 60 plus.
I don't even know who she is, bro.
I thought
That's not affecting my ranking.
I thought I was I thought I was the Donovan Mitchell hater here, but it's not.
Nah, I mean, I wasn't gonna put him on first team, but I'm like, yo, I had to put him.
Second team is where I got Ant, like Justin said.
I
I
got him
also
there
have
too.
Brunson and Cat, the Knicks duo, and this is where I got the two old heads, Braun and Curry.
Okay.
Second team, I have Steph, Cade, Braun, Brunson, Donovan Mitchell.
Steph, Curry, Braun, Brunson, Donovan Mitchell. Okay, no Cat. Wow.
I felt like I felt fucked up putting both on one team, so I felt like I had to stagger,
Yeah.
and I gave that edge to JB.
I went with Donovan Mitchell,
That's
Ant,
crazy. Let me hide that.
Tatum, and Mobley.
Cade, Ant, Tatum, Mobley. You're missing one. Cade, Ant, Tatum, Mobley.
And Donovan Mitchell.
God.
Yeah, I
I
got
got a
them.
boy who's mid-20s and hasn't felt a woman's. How do y'all feel? I would understand if he was short, but he's literally 6 foot.
What?
We could address that later on. We could bring that back later on at the end of the show, but we'll address that later. But who was your fifth?
I say, okay, so this is my five. Donovan Mitchell, Ant, Tatum, Mobley.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't really hear anything wrong with anybody's picks. I got the two Cavs boys in the third team, bro. That's all. I'm surprised, Justin, that you don't got Cat second team though, because this
I
is
thought
best
about
teams
it.
by far.
Nah, yeah, I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be too biased in me if I put both of them in the second team. So I gave JB the slight edge.
I
That's
went,
fair enough.
I went with Mobley simply because fucking he plays really good defense and improved a lot offensively, especially from three.
And part of me felt fucked up putting Donovan Mitchell third team. I couldn't put him first, but I feel like
I
third is
did
kind
it.
of third was too much for me.
And the third team is where I got D Mitch, Mobley, Harden, Shangoon, and J Dub.
Y'all niggas might laugh at me.
This might be the most interesting one.
To me, third team is always the hardest. So
Holy,
I went with Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, Evan Mobley, Carl Towns, and Visa Zubac.
That's not bad at all. I mean, Halliburton, he's a snub. He just missed third team for me.
A
I,
snub
lo-
was J Dub was a snub for me.
I love the Zubats shout out.
Number one fan. I might as well get you a jersey.
My third team is Halliburton, Steph, Jaren Jackson, Cat, and J Dub.
Steph, third team.
He's on his way out the
Steph,
door, dog. He's on his way
Steph,
out.
third team. Steph, third team. As Justin, I've been on Steph ass all year.
Nah,
You
Steph's
got
third team is
Steph,
crazy.
third team?
He's on his way out the door, dog.
I
Steph third
know
team is
he
kind of
is, but
crazy.
come
He
on,
started.
bro.
He was dogging the second half of the season, yo.
He was. He was.
Fine.
Let's just wait until he sees that boy Thompson though.
Oh,
Let's just wait.
I'll address that later.
I love this chat, by the way. Keep feeding the energy, please. I
Oh
love
yeah, I like this. I like this.
Yeah, I
I
love
love
this.
Kev.
I love this. Don't stop. And if y'all want, send the link to a friend, tell a friend, and tell them to comment whatever.
Send the link to all your
Everywhere.
favorite people, your favorite celebs, Dread, everybody. Just send it to everybody.
Who?
You guys ready to talk about this plan though, real quick? Because man, I had a great time 2 days ago. Terrible time last night.
Oh, terrible.
The highs and the lows of the NBA, bro. I was so happy, bro. I was so happy seeing the Grizzlies lose, bro. So happy seeing the Grizzlies lose. And then I saw Kings get eliminated. I really wanted to see the Kings eliminate the Grizzlies badly, but can't always get what you want. The East was boring, to be honest with you. At least the Magic are in, but this Hawks Heat game, not that interested, but I'm going the Heat. I think I'm gonna pick the Heat in that game. The West game, I'm going the Mavericks, by the way. I'm spoiling it, but I was so happy to see Jimmy Butler and Curry just fry the Grizzlies. And Grizzlies fans are crying automatically saying, oh, the refs. I'm not trying to hear all that at all. And besides, whoever wins this 8 seed game, anyways, between the Mavs and the Grizzlies, getting swept. Hide that.
nah, nah. With the plan though, I saw a tweet and I'm gonna say it on here because I was like, yo, facts. Somebody was like, the Eastern Plan is like an unskippable ad for the fucking. What the fuck is going on? Oh, nah, yeah, it was like the East Plan is like the unskippable ad for the West Plan, and it was facts because the Hawks Magic game was alright. It kind of got better at the end, but it was still like whatever. That Bulls Heat one was horrible. Oh shit. I mean, Bryce, we gonna get to that when we get to it. Trust me. But Grizzlies Warriors, that was a started off as a crazy game and then it turned up. And yo, these motherfuckers is crazy. Um what's it called? It turned up into a better game towards the end because the Warriors almost let it slip away. And the Grizzlies came back. That Mavericks Kings game was horrible. I'm sorry. The Kings are a fucking loser
Don't
ass
start.
franchise.
Don't start.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
start.
Them
Don't
niggas are
start. Don't
losers.
start. I'm not trying to hear this.
Fucking
Don't start.
they're fucking losers. I'm sorry. They had no chance in that game. They lost to the Mavericks without Kyrie. Them niggas suck. Jesus.
We didn't have Malik Monk.
Speak it.
They still suck. You have Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Demontis Sabonis.
Speak it.
Them niggas fucking suck. That's a loser ass franchise.
You gotta stop, bro.
Nah, they suck. I'm dead ass.
Shout out to Dequan, but you gotta stop doing that.
They made one playoffs and couldn't go back. It's like going into the club and then you forgot the directions.
Facts.
What does that even mean? What does that mean? What does that mean?
No, I'm backing him up. I'm backing him up. Speak your truth.
What does that even mean? Bro said like going to the club and forgetting where you're going. What does that mean? Bro, we didn't have Malik. The same way they didn't have Kyrie, we didn't have Malik Monk.
But you still have Zach, DeMar, and Sabonis, bro. What the fuck? What else do you need?
Zach LaVine sucks, bro. Zach LaVine sucks. And if we had D Fox,
You know what's another tweet that I saw was funny as fuck? You know what's another tweet I saw that was funny as fuck? It said DeMar and Zach went to the West just to fucking lose in the plan 2 hours later. Them niggas delayed the inevitable. That shit had me crying.
That's not cool.
That shit was hilarious.
That's not cool at all.
Nah, yeah, them niggas suck, bro.
We're gonna be back next year.
Didn't they just hire Scott Perry?
Yeah, but he's gonna do a good job this time.
Hopefully.
This time is gonna be a good job.
Oh my god, I'm
Oh my god. Mike, how'd you feel about the playing games?
Listen, man, I fucking feel the same way as you. Like, yesterday, I just felt so terrible watching the fucking Heat win. Okay, come on, stop. All right. I fucking felt so terrible watching fucking Tyler Hero drop.
You keep saying it.
40
Hero.
No, it's Hero. I'm not calling him a hero. All right? Fuck that nigga. All right? Fucking dropping 40 points in Chicago. Like, nah, this shit. I'm done with Heat culture. It needs to die. It needs to die. Atlanta, you better fucking step up. You better fucking step up. I want to see Trae Young freaking hang his fucking nutsack on their faces. All right? Fuck the fucking Heat. I am done. I'm done. Done with the Heat.
Pause. Crazy pause.
That was crazy.
I'm so fucking done, bro. I'm so done, bro. I need to let that out.
If the Warriors beat the Rockets in 6 or less, would all of y'all apologize for disrespecting the Warriors? Bryce, stop it. The Rockets are gonna win.
Wait.
They're gonna win.
They are the favorites to win the series, by the way, guys. The Warriors, they are the favorites. Minus 175. Just letting
Shout out Joey.
I'm surprised by that, honestly.
I I thought it was laughable. I I thought it was laughable.
I'm taking the Rockets every time, bro. Rockets in 6.
So should we just get into the series right now?
Yes,
Absolutely,
please.
and we can start wherever you want
All right, we can start with the Warriors Rockets series right now. I
since we're
mean,
already talking about it.
yeah,
Because I
we
got the
might as
Rockets
well
in 6.
we talk about it right now.
I got the Rockets
Um,
in 6.
this series, um, I see it as a series was battle of the young dogs versus the old dogs. We saw Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler turn up last night against the Grizzlies. Draymond Green doing his thing. Um, we see what Ime could do with with that team. Those young dogs, they gonna get after it for sure. Dylan Brooks is not scared. Tari Eason is not scared. Amen Thompson is not scared. It really depends on, can Jalen Green be consistent at the end of these games? Can Shangoon force his dominance on Draymond Green and Steven Adams? Can that happen in the game? But with that being said, it's gonna be tough to knock out the Warriors. And for me, I'm going with the Warriors in 7 games. Yes. It's hard to bet against.
Warriors fan out here.
Nah, I'm not a fan, but it's hard. Listen, I'm picking the Warriors, but I'm rooting for Houston. But it's hard for me to see Houston dethroning the Warriors. For me, I think they're gonna have games where put they're gonna have their foot on the gas and they're gonna bother them. Like they're not gonna be scared at all. But it's a matter of, can they close out these tight games at the end of the day. So give me the Warriors in 7 games, but Houston is gonna wake a lot of people up because that defense is legit.
What about you, Mike? Because I got Rockets in 6.
Rockets in 6. Rockets in 6. I think this man Steph is gonna have to rely on playoff Jimmy Butler. He's gonna have to rely on playoff Jimmy Butler. Thompson is gonna lock this man up. Just giving you guys the obvious. You know, Thompson is that dude. So give me Rockets in 6. And yeah,
Shout out my boy Connor, by the way.
Yeah, shout out
Appreciate you,
Connor.
Connor. I'm taking Rockets in 6. And by the way, like, I just think that a man is just going to put Curry in terrible jail, worse than Rikers, Supermax. I'm talking 10 minutes, 10 minutes of outside yard time by yourself. That's how bad it's going to be. Oh my God. Like, Justin, please. Like, bro, appreciate you, Joey, but nah, straight up 6 games, bro. 6 games. I think Curry's going to have 2 really bad games. I think Jimmy's going to have some great games, but I promise you, there's going to be one where he's not going to be as incredible as people think, like he did in the play-in. He's going to have 1 or 2 passive games.
You talking about Jimmy?
Yeah, I think he's going to have 1 or 2 passive games, and I think Curry's going to have 2 bad games out of those 6. And I know people, like we were a little bit concerned about who's the go-to guy, who's the go-to guy. It's going to be by committee. And I have no problem with that. Regardless, I still have the Rockets winning just because of that defensive unit, the cohesiveness, the chemistry, Ime Udoka being a way better coach than Steve Kerr. I don't care about the championships or anything like that. Of Ime out coaching and coaching circles around Steve Kerr. So yeah, absolutely. I think this is going to be bad for Curry's legacy, and it's going to be a little bit unfair because, to me, Amen's the best defender in the league by far, and he would have been my DPOY if he played enough minutes.
Is Draymond guarding Shangoon all series?
Yeah, that's gonna be bad. I can admit that. That's gonna be bad.
Facts, Dave. Nah, you're right though. I think my bad.
No, honestly, I just think Shangoon's gonna eat off the glass though. He's gonna get a lot of rebounds.
I think him and Steven Adams are gonna do well. Bryce, I don't think Pods is doing anything. You know I'm never high on Pods. Pods is not gonna be a crazy factor. He'll have a good game out of 6. But besides, I'm not worried about Pods. I'm not worried about Kuminga. I'm not worried about Moody offensively. Defensively, he'll do his thing. But the Rockets' defense is suffocating, bro.
Facts.
And I think a lot of people are saying this is the Warriors' best matchup. I think it's their worst. That's not the Thunder. I think this is by far the worst matchup they could have gotten.
Nah, yeah, I do think Jalen Green, as I know a lot of people talk shit about him. I think he could have like a game or two where he just goes the fuck crazy. I think he's gonna have one where he has like 37 points and they show that fucking Wingstop commercial right after. Or he gonna have a game where he's like fucking 2 for 12 and they gonna show the Wingstop commercial and we gonna be laughing at him. But I think they're gonna make it an emphasis to go big and have both guys, Adams and Shingun, up there to make it a problem for Draymond. Because I think you, with the Rockets, you can't go small. Like Draymond is gonna have some fits in that series.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm hyped for the series. Is this the series I'm most excited about? Bryce, any bets? I mean, unless you're throwing up 50, I'm not entertaining any bets. I'll tell you right now, 50 and up on who wins the series.
Wow, y'all crazy, yo.
I'm not listening to anything else.
I fuck with it. Just pause.
Well, I don't bet. I don't bet with friends.
Yo, where the fuck did it go? So wait, so Mike, you said Warriors? No, you said Rockets in what, 6?
Rockets in 6. Yeah.
And then Jordan said Rockets in what, 6 or 7?
I said Rockets in 6.
All right, and then I got Warriors in 7. Nah, this shit is like I can't even fucking keep up with this shit.
Bryce said $75. I'm with it, Bryce, with whoever wins the series.
You
I feel
guys,
bad taking your money, though.
you guys bet. You bet with your friends.
That's Dequan's little brother. I'll take his money. I don't feel bad.
That's
He like
not.
15.
I recommend not doing that. But do you?
I'm robbing a 15-year-old. I don't feel bad. Who cares?
I mean, nah. Listen, if you want to be like fuck them kids, fuck them kids. Dude.
Absolutely. Shout out to Mr. Overtime. And we ain't talking Paula George.
Oh my god.
Let's move on to the next series of the Lakers versus the Wolves. Justin, this is going to be 7 games. I'm going to spoil it right now. But who do you have winning, though?
Okay. Hold on.
Right? You see, I had an answer written down, but I
Nah,
kind of
but-
want to erase it. I don't
No,
know.
that's not why I was pausing. What's it called? All right, so Lakers Timberwolves. Yo, this chat is fucking hilarious right now. What's it called? All right, Lakers Warriors. I mean Lakers Timberwolves. I think this series could go either way, and it's tough. I feel like the Timberwolves are deeper, slightly. Pause. They have the size that the Lakers are lacking. Pause. Julius Randle, I think he's due for a big series. I think this might be the biggest series of his career right now. Just
I hope
because
so.
just because the contracts at the end of the season he's due for one. And just to shut up all the haters, Anthony Edwards is gonna want to prove something, especially against Bron and Luca. He gonna want to prove something. And just how this team went out last year against Luca and the Mavericks, I think Gobert is gonna have something to prove. And it's gonna have something to prove. Just everybody's gonna have something to prove on this team. And the Lakers, I think they're gonna want to show out. They think they could hang with the Timberwolves, Luca and Gobert. We've seen that already, and we'll see if Luca could take advantage again. Bron being a third, like, bro, it feels refreshing that Bron's not a playing team. He's the 3rd seed, but
As
you
he
know,
should be.
with this week of rest, he's gonna be like prepared and everything. Can't wait to see what Austin Reeves does. But the thing I can't wait to see the most is what fucking JJ Redick draws up for this series, because I think this shit might come down to the coaches, and when it gets to game 7, it might just come down to which of the stars is just gonna shine the brightest at the end of the day. But with that being said, I think this series is literally winnable for either team. It's really gonna come down to the little things. With that being said, though, I have the Lakers in 6 games. It could go 7, most definitely. But I have them in 6. But this is a series that literally could go either way.
That small ball lineup, man. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be 7 games, but Braun, you know, Eric on the EPJ, that Braun, Reeves, Luca, Vando, Rui lineup. I'm not gonna do a video apologizing to the Warriors. I will never apologize to Steph and the Warriors, but that small ball lineup is gonna kill Gobert. I could tell you that much. So that's my one concern. Julius Randle, I want him to succeed. Is he going to? I don't know. I really don't know. I want him to. I really want him to, but I don't know if we could trust him yet. The rest of the offense, Justin, outside of Ant and Julius Randle, what are we relying on? Especially when Ant sits, what are we relying on? Mike Conley?
Yeah.
Is a serious option? McDaniels? What can we look forward to on the offensive side? The defense is going to be great. Defense is going to be great, but guess what? You're going against Braun, Luca, and Austin Reeves. I don't think this is as good of a matchup for the T-Wolves as people are really saying. I don't know why so many people are saying, like, oh, the Timberwolves are going to stomp them. They have the defense. They're going to be able to stop all these guys. But I just think that the Lakers have too much offensive firepower. I think the small ball lineup is going to be deadly. And I think Gobert, unfortunately, again, late in fourth quarter, is either going to get played off the floor or get bullied. And that's why, even though all that's going to happen, I still got the Lakers in 7. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tough-ass game. It's going to come all the way down to a wire in Game 7. Mount Rushmore? That's tough. That's a tough question. What about you, Mike?
I'm gonna go Lakers in 6. Lakers in 6. They win in Minnesota.
We all going Lakers. That's a W.
Yeah. Just there's a lot of people that think that this guy Alexander Walker though is not on the team. Like I didn't hear any of you guys talk about him. What's that about? He's good. He's a pretty good player too, huh?
We're talking about Luca, Braun, and Austin Reeves.
No, yeah, I know, but yeah.
Is he stopping any of them? Even
Oh
Austin
no,
Reeves?
no. I'm just saying.
That's why I didn't mention him.
All right, wait. All right.
Same reason I didn't really mention McDaniels' defense. He's an incredible defender. He's not stopping any of those 3 guys.
I mean,
and I'm even including Austin Reeves. I'm including Austin Reeves even with these 2 superstars.
Nobody's stopping Luca, bro.
I know. So we're talking about 2 guys who are liable to go for 27 each game, and then Austin Reeves, who, if he feels like it, goes for 25.
Yeah.
And then it's just gonna take a one good Rui game to really get it popping.
Facts.
But Anthony Edwards is gonna do his thing though, and like I said, if Julius Randle could have 3 out of 7 good games, and then 1 decent game, and the rest stinkers, 3 stinkers, maybe 2 stinkers, I'll be happy.
You know,
But
you know,
I'm still taking the Lakers.
You know, he's
Don't
gonna
do
have
that.
like.
Don't do that.
You know,
Don't disrespect him. Don't disrespect him.
You know, he's gonna have a couple stinkers in this one, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, and you know, I love Julius too. Like, I'm a big Julius guy, bro.
Doesn't sound like you do.
I'm sorry.
Sounds like
bro.
you're disrespecting him right now.
I'm sorry, bro. It's just it's what he does, bro. It's what he does.
What he does based on what?
Bro, he doesn't show up in big games.
Justin, that's a hide, bro. And thank you. He doesn't show up in big games based on what though? Based on the first series that he had with the Knicks, where he had no shot creators around him.
No.
With Alfred Payton, based on the second playoff run that he had, where he was hurt.
Wait. That you're right about that. He was hurt. He got.
He was hurt the second one, and the first one, he had no shot creators around him. It was him and D Rose.
Listen, he's capable of having a big game. I'm not saying that, but I feel like there's gonna be a couple games where he doesn't show up. It's just the truth. Randall is one of those players that, you know, he's probably never gonna win a fucking chip. I'm sorry. He's like one of those fucking guys that's just he's not gonna ever win a chip, bro.
Connor gotta be trolling.
Hey, Connor's trolling us, but I
He
love
gotta
Connor.
be.
Connor's funny because Connor was talking about AD earlier. I like Connor. Connor's funny as hell, but Nah, bro. Randall's gonna step up.
I hope.
I'm not worried about Randall.
I hope he proves me wrong, bro.
I
I
think
It's
hope
he
just
he
gonna
not gonna
proves
be
me wrong.
enough.
I
It
hope.
just won't be enough. That's all I could tell you.
it's tough because you asking Randall to match either Bron or Luca on every single
Or even
night,
Austin Reeves.
or even Austin Reeves. Because you know Ant is good to match one of the three, but now you got to rely on Randall to match one of them, Nas Reed to have a game, McDaniels. Like it's a lot to ask for Minnesota.
Austin Reeves, yeah.
Let's move on to the other LA team with the Clips versus the Nuggets. I'll let Mike go first.
Oh yeah, Clippers fan here.
Resident Zubats fan.
Clips in
Who
five.
actually who actually does slow down Jokic.
Clips in five. Clips in five.
5.
Five.
Damn.
You
Five.
don't respect that. You were just glazing the best player in the world, and now you're saying he only wins one game against the Clippers.
That's
Yup.
Talking
crazy.
like they OPC.
5 is
Clip,
crazy.
Clips in five, bro. Because this is a team game, bro. It's not. It's not fucking no bullshit. This is a team game. One and two. They have what? Who's their coach? Jokic. Jokic is
Adelman,
their coach.
technically, but it's really Jokic.
Jokic is their coach. Like, I'm
That's a damn good
sorry.
coach to have.
What? What's up?
Jokic is a damn good coach to have.
Nah, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't going with that, bro. Fucking. I think the Clippers could honestly go very far in this playoffs. I don't know about you guys, but they could
Hide, hide.
honestly they could honestly make the finals. Don't I wouldn't surprise me.
They
It
can,
would
but they got to play OKC next.
it would not surprise me if they beat OKC. It wouldn't. It would not surprise me.
What can the Clippers do to beat OKC? Stop trolling. Like being so serious. What can the Clippers do to beat OKC?
Well, they have a top five defense. All right. So if they keep if they keep with the defending, right? They gotta lock these guys up, right? Fucking rely on James Harden and fucking the Zubats defense. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are we talking about in this chat right now, bro? Met fan sounding like Skip Bailey.
Yeah, you do sound like Skip right now. You do.
I'm sorry.
You're talking about OKC like they're about to be a pushover for the
No, no,
Clippers
no.
out of
I'm
all
not.
teams.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. I don't have the Clippers beating them. I
You
don't
said you
have,
wouldn't be shocked if they beat them.
but I wouldn't be
I
shocked.
would be shocked. I would be
You would be
shocked.
shocked.
Yes, I would because they don't have the personnel to beat OKC.
I mean, I feel you on that. I definitely do feel you on
You're
that.
asking Harden to do a lot. Harden dropped 2 or 3 40 bombs on the
Nah,
Celtics
Lou
2 years
Dort
ago,
might
and they lost.
Lou Dort might put James Harden in fucking Alcatraz, yo.
Lou
That's
Dort
true.
might make James Harden jump off a bridge.
That's true. That's true. All
Him
this
and
is true.
Caruso and Casey
All this
Wallace.
is true. But I wouldn't surprise me, bro. It wouldn't surprise me if it goes the other way either. You guys thinking that's gonna be a pushover series? What if they goes that far? What do you? If they go that far, go to the next round, beat the Nuggets. What do you got that? What do you got that?
OKC in 5.
OKC in five?
6
Not
if I'm
even
being nice.
six?
6 if I'm being nice, but really 5. And that's with Kawhi locked in, playing great.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. I'll
You're
say
asking
OKC.
too much from Harden.
I'll say OKC in six. You're probably right, Jordan. You're probably right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I have OKC in the finals, in the conference finals.
How are you gonna say that and then you saying that the Clippers could beat them? You wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers beat them.
I wouldn't be surprised. You have to be realistic. You think that I'm gonna be right on everything? No. Fucking, I'm not gonna be right on everything. You're not gonna be right on everything. Justin's not gonna be right on everything. But guess what? Guess what? That this is the playoffs. Anything can happen. Clippers, are a fucking sleeper team, bro.
They are, but not to be OKC. And shout out to Cheeseheads, bro. Justin, going back to Clippers versus Nuggets, who you got winning?
Shout out to Cheeseheads. Clippers, Nuggets. Um, I got the Clippers in 7 games. Um, I think it's tough, bro. As great as Jokic is, and we talked about him being the MVP, it's a hard ass because I know he could do it. Like I know he could average like 38, 13, and 11 in this series. But it's the others, bro. I don't trust the others. And with Kawhi playing the way he's been playing, James Harden the way he's been playing to end the season, I think in March he was averaging 25, in April he's averaging 26. Zubac, what he's been able to do all year on top of Norman Powell. It's the Clippers have the personnel to mess with the Nuggets. Chris Dunn will probably put Jamal Murray in prison.
100%.
So I think it's a lot to ask for Jokic to kind of carry the Nuggets for this series because this Clippers team, it's a lot. And Zubac, to me, like one of the reasons I put him on All NBA was because Clippers are number 3 in defensive rating, and he's a big part of that. So it's not going to be easy. I do think Jokic is good enough to get you 2, maybe even 3 games, and maybe even win the series. But that's a lot to ask for him to do. The others really have to step up, but the Clippers have the personnel to really bother Porter Jr., Gordon, Jamal, Christian Brown. So I'm gonna go with the Clippers in 7 games.
There's certain teams where if you have the best player in the world, you could beat them in a full 7-game series, and the Clippers are one of them. And I do respect the Clippers. I was more high on the Clippers than you were preseason, by the way.
Oh yeah,
You had them as a 13 seed.
yeah.
They finished 4th. But regardless of that fact, I think Jokic is great enough to beat the Clippers. I think he's great enough to beat a lot of the teams in the playoffs besides your Celtics, besides your Lakers, besides your OKC. Everyone else, like the Warriors, the Rockets, us as the Knicks, the Pistons, he's more than good enough to beat us by themselves, beat all them teams by himself. And I think he's more than capable of being able to beat the Clippers in 6 games, by the way, too. Zubac does a great job containing him. Keyword, contain. Not stop, not even slow down, just contain. That's what he's best at doing. Jamal Murray, I understand. Chris Dunn is going to have him in hell. You're not wrong. He's still going to be liable to get you 2 out of 6 great games. MPJ, I just need you to take us home once in a while. That's all I need from him. I'm really not asking for too much from you. And then from Big Honey, the best player in the world, like you said, 38 points per game. Maybe it's possible. I'm predicting 34 plus points per game in this series. 34, 10, and maybe like 7. The assists are going to be down. Maybe 35. 35, 11. Let's say 35, 11, and 7. I think that's more than fair. He could do it. He's a dog. I think Justin just disconnected or something. He's a dog, but in the case of the Clippers, though, Mike, because, again, I do respect their defense. I respect Big Zoo. But we're talking about Jokic. I'm going to keep glazing him. We're talking about Nikola Jokic. I'm locking it in. Max, I am locking it in. I'm locking in that Jokic and the Nuggets win in 6. Now, if you want to talk about teams I wouldn't be surprised being the Thunder, it's really Denver.
Come on, bro.
Because, let's be real, Mike. We saw what Embiid did to iHeart on one leg and one eye. Imagine what Jokic would do to iHeart and what he would do to Skinny Chet. I think the Nuggets have a way better chance of beating OKC than the Clippers do. You don't think so?
I look at the Nuggets bench and I think horror show. It's a horror show, bro.
That's fine. That's fine. But when it comes to the playoffs, you're using 7 or 8 guys. You're not using all 11. You're not using 10, 11, 12 guys.
I know, but you still need
You're
to
using 8 guys.
You still need to have something.
But your 8th guy is going to be playing 7 minutes. Jokic is going to be playing 41 minutes every game.
You're right. You're right about that. All right.
Give me Big Yoke, bro.
He's a dog. He's
Clippers in 5 was kind of crazy, yo.
That's OD.
That's crazy.
Clippers in 5.
Last series, though, is a hypothetical.
Kawhi could get hurt in game two, and this isn't even a question no more.
Come on, bro. You're not
If
wrong.
that happens, if
I'm not
that
wishing that, but
if that
Obviously.
happens, then yeah, you're right. It's over. It's over.
that's
And
what
it's
happened in the
possibly
Sun
happening,
series.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened either. Don't get me wrong. But
Thank you,
yo,
Connor.
listen, Kawhi has looked so good in the second half of the season, bro. I've been watching a lot of Clippers games, bro. Man, I don't know. Like I think this guy Kawhi got it right now. So we'll
By the
see.
way, we're all agreeing that OKC sweeps whatever team, right?
Yeah, I put OKC versus Memphis slash Dallas OKC in four.
Sweep no matter what.
Yeah,
Mike, are you giving either of them a game, 2 games, the whole series?
Sweet,
I don't know with you. Sweep, sweep.
sweet,
We
sweet,
don't we don't got we don't even got to talk about them because we know how great OKC is.
sweet.
All time great SRS. We all know how great Shea is. We know how good J Dub is. Bryce, we're gonna get to the East in a second.
yeah, we about to get there.
But I think it's gonna be so bad of a sweep. Don't even show up to game 4.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
how
be bad.
embarrassing it is.
We
I'm
don't
not
we don't
trying to.
even got to talk about OKC.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to hear no. Oh, what about Triple J? What about Ja? What about Bane? What about SGA? What about Chet? What about J Dub? What about Kason Wallace, Caruso, and Dort on Ja for
It's
48 minutes? Let's
it's
talk
so
about that.
Grizzlies got no POA defender at all.
it's so good,
Good
man.
luck.
They're so
Sad.
good,
Good
bro.
luck.
And Mavericks, you guys are a dumpster. You got your GM doing press conferences with no cameras, no
Yeah, that's
mics.
crazy.
What?
Yeah,
That's
he did that.
Yes, with all
He
his
did
favorite ass
he
kissers.
did a press conference with no cameras and no. It was like no phones either. I think.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
To the East
I
Coast, though,
mean,
Justin. Wait, what do you want to say first, Mike?
I was gonna say I had respect for the dude for coming out during the LA game and taking his fucking darts to the face. You know what I mean? Like, bro, they were raining boos on that man. They were killing him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, I had respect for him, but then you guys are saying that he did that. That's yikes. That's yikes.
Justin, first East series, whichever one, don't got to be in no type of order. What do you want to go over first?
I mean, Bryce wants us to talk about the Magic.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna go first then.
Oh my god.
Celtics in 6, bro. Paolo's gonna get you one game by yourself, and then Paolo and Franz are gonna get you a second game together. I don't care, bro. They're gonna be able to do it. You guys know I love Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown's one of my favorite Celtics. I hate all Celtics except Jalen Brown and Rondo, but he's not looking too hot. We all know what happens when it comes to a KP, for example.
Yeah.
And I think this is gonna kind of be a series where Tatum struggles. I don't think he's gonna be his regular self. I'm not saying he's gonna average 20 and shoot badly, but I think we can expect like a regular like 25 point per game series from Tatum. And expect this to be like a if you didn't think last year was Paolo's coming out party in terms of the playoffs, expect it here. 28, 29 points per game. Book it. Because I don't think any of the Jays could stop him. I don't think any of the guards could stop him either. Franz, I'm worried about. I'm scared when it comes to Franz, to be honest with you. And like Colin said, the Magic did give the Celtics trouble in regular season. Franz worries me a lot to be good for an entire series. But Paolo, more than confident. I'm more than confident. And Cole Anthony. Let's give a shout out to Cole Anthony, bro.
And
Big New
Anthony
York.
Black.
And Anthony Black, too. Big shout out to all of them. So I'm taking the Celtics in 6. They're still going to win, but it's not going to be no sweep or easy at all.
Now, yeah. I had Celtics in 5. But like you said, I think they match up well with Boston. I think they're gonna give them issues. I don't think it's gonna be like a get them out of here 5. It's gonna to me it's gonna be a close 5. And I think I would have took it further had Jalen Suggs been playing. But since he's probably won't play in this series, I'm gonna knock it down to 5. And like you said, Franz, I still gotta see him like turn up in the playoffs because last year against the Cavs, he had too many games where he just looked garbage. It was only the games at home where he looked pretty good. So I'm gonna have to see more of that. I already know what Paolo's gonna give you, but I think with Jalen Suggs, that would have that kind of would have moved the needle for me. But the concerns with Jalen Brown's knee is a good one. I think he's
100%.
taking. I think he's doing injections and shit on his knee. But I'm gonna give it 5 games though.
What about you, Mike? I
Celtics and
like Mike's predictions.
Celtics and 5, man.
Okay. At least we all gave the Magic a game. I feel like a lot of people are saying a sweep. I don't believe in a sweep right here.
Yeah, no, you're right about what you said with Pablo. That man is filthy. Nobody's guarding him on that team.
Paolo MVP 2026. I'm lying, but All NBA first team he will be. He's gonna be better than Tatum next year, by the way. Connor said the 2025 champ won't have the best stars. They'll have the best bench depth. These super teams now. Injuries, matchups, and fatigue make strong sixth through ninth men the real X factor. Big three era is dead. Depth wins.
Now he cooked.
You're right. You're right
Yes.
to an extent, though. To an extent, because you still need the stars, though. Like a one-star lineup, a lineup with one star and a bunch of depth, you're not going to go that far. You
Depends.
still need
Yeah,
you
it
still need
depends
your
on your
two
star.
stars. Yeah, you still need your two high-level stars. You still need two top 15, top 20 guys to win a championship, which is why I got the Lakers going very far. Which is why, I got either the Celtics or the Cavs going very far. But you still need your stars. But of course, you do need the depth, though. But I would prefer to have the star power, though. That's
I
just me personally.
I think the star depends on the one star you have.
I mean, if it's a generational one, of course.
Like
If it's a Braun, a
if you
Jokic,
have
a Luka,
Jokic, you could get away with just him and a bunch of great role players.
but he doesn't even have that this year,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Next
Trash.
series, though, Justin. Give it to
Ne-
me. Pause.
I think everybody wants to talk about. Should we do Pacers Bucks and Knicks Pistons?
Let's save us for last.
All right, so we could do Pacers Bucks.
Bucks in 7, bro. And I hope you both saw the report. Damian Lillard went from not being able to play the whole series to now there's some positivity, some optimism that he's going to play part of the series. He's going to miss game 1. But if he comes in game 3 and after, I just need Giannis to go into game 3 1-1 for the series. That's all I'm asking him for. And I think this series is going to remind people who Giannis is. Giannis did not play in the playoffs last year. Giannis was hurt for half of the first round the year before that. And then he lost to Jimmy Butler. People want to disrespect him. A full series of Giannis right now is going to remind people how phenomenal he is. Because way too many people have been disrespecting him. And I promise you, it's not going to be the Pacers that stop him and send him home this time around. Can it be the Cavs? Sure. Can it be the Celtics? Can it be the Knicks? All right. But the Pacers of all teams, it's not going to be them. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I promise you, if Dame can come back for game 3, just need to go in 1-1 or even 2-0 up, even better. But minimum, you got to go into that game tied on the series. You can't go in 0-2 because you're cooked. Your chances are slim already. And we don't even know what Dame's going to look like.
Damn.
But Giannis is going to average 35, bro. He's going to look dominant. I think he's going to bring back the defense to full time for all 48. So, I'm worried. I'm worried in terms of the Pacers of, a Halliburton. We saw how he was last playoffs. He'll drop 31 game, and then the next doesn't look too hot. Are we going to see the same thing, or are we going to see some consistency? I'm going to bet on inconsistency, personally.
Before the Dame news, I had Pacers in the series in 7 games. With Dame, if he actually does play, I would probably lean the Bucks. In that same amount, I think the series is gonna go the distance. I think it's gonna go 7 games. It really just depends on, like, if Dame is there, I'm gonna go with the Bucks winning it. If he's not, I'm going with the Pacers. Like you said, Giannis is gonna. I think Giannis is gonna have a crazy series. I think he's gonna average like 36 a game. Like, he's gonna go crazy. No, I don't think there's gonna be any answer for him. It's gonna be tough. What worries me about the Nuggets the most is the other guys, the Kuzmas, the Torian Princes, the Kevin Porter Jr.'s, Brook Lopez. Like, what are
I'm
they gonna
sorry.
do?
I don't mean to laugh. You said Kuzma's. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
like, I don't know what they're gonna bring to the table in the series. You're gonna have to hope one of them goes off while Dame is trying to come back. Um, for the Pacers, they have the firepower. They have. I think Halliburton is gonna play better this playoffs than he did last year. Benedict Mathurin is actually healthy for this postseason run. Pascal Siakam, you know what he's able to do. I don't know who's gonna guard him. I don't know if they're gonna put Giannis on him or it's gonna be tough.
They might
But
have to, even though it's going to take energy.
yeah, they might have to put Giannis on Pascal Siakam because if not, Siakam's gonna cook whoever. Miles Turner is gonna stretch the floor and it's gonna be a concern. Like you're taking Brook Lopez out the paint. Giannis might have to get out the paint. Aaron Neesmith is a good point of attack defender on who Kevin Porter Jr. Like so I think the Pacers just have the depth right now, and they have the overall guys. You still have Andrew Nimhard. You still have a bunch of players that have played in the conference finals last year, and I know we like to call it a fluke run, but they did give
I
the
do.
Celtics. They did give the Celtics the hardest uh matchup last year in the playoffs. So take it for what it is. If Dame comes back, I'm gonna lean the Bucks, but if Dame doesn't come back at all, or like you said, it's 2-0 or that would scare me too. If it's 2-0 and they try to rush Dame back and he's like, oh shit. Um I think damn, even with Dame back, that's still like damn, he hasn't played in a minute. He's coming back to playoff ball. I think I'm gonna go with the Pacers though. It's seven
Even him as
games.
a decoy, bro, like last year, would be valuable.
It would be. It would be. It's tough. It's tough.
Give me the Bucks, brother. Mike, come
All
on,
right.
talk to me. You're on my side, bro. You're on my side. Bucks and 7, Bucks and 6.
As of last night, I had the Pacers, but as of today, I'm going with the Bucks in 7.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Giannis, he's the best player in the world to me, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. Uh, and you guys know me. You know who my favorite player in the NBA is?
No, I don't.
Dame fucking Lillard.
I didn't know that.
My boy Dame Lillard. That's my favorite player in the NBA. Man, if he could play by the third game, like you guys said, and it's 1-1, you guys gotta see Big Dame take shots at the end of the games. So I'm going with the Bucks at 7.
The next one, before we do the next, obviously we don't know yet. We're gonna find out tomorrow night, not tonight. Not I remember because both teams need the rest. Hawks or Heat, same situation. I think Trae Young is able to get you a game. I think both Bam and Tyler Hero are able to get you a game. But regardless, same case for both of them. Cleveland in 5. They're just too good. Defense is too suffocating. They got the depth. They got everything. They got everything to demolish a team like this. And if it goes to 6, I'm going to be concerned for the rest of the run. But I don't even think it's going to go that far anyways. So yeah, give me the Cavs in 5 against either team.
Yeah, I had Cavs in 5.
Cavs in 5.
Perfect. Let's get into our favorite team. I think I'm going to go first so I could cut a promo.
Okay, go ahead.
Cut it.
I think a lot of people have been picking the Pistons because they're the cool pick to make. That's the pick to, look a little bit different as a ball knower. You want to look special. And that's not me saying that as an insult or anything, but I feel like a lot of people are counting out the Knicks 0-10 against top teams. All this stuff. Can we trust Jalen Brunson? Can we trust Cat? Cat is soft. This and that, Can we trust Mikal Bridges? Is OG going to get hurt? The thing is, though, at the end of the day, Brunson is a proven playoff performer. And people say, this is almost the same roster as last year. What's the difference? It's not even close to the same. Brunson was dropping 30 points on near 50% shooting with no Randall, no Mitchell Robinson, no OG, no Bojan. Just players depleted. Our rotation depleted. Daquan Jeffries getting minutes. Chris Jericho Sims getting minutes. And Jalen Brunson was still putting up 30. And you're telling me that Cat, who's kind of an Iron Man, to be honest with you, he played most of the season already. Tell me, Cat, even if he does drop, because he's historically a playoff dropper, even if he drops, his gravity is better than nothing because we got a net 0 from Randall because of the injury last year. So Cat's already an upgrade. Kale always plays. He doesn't get hurt, knock on wood, obviously. OG, I hope he doesn't get hurt either. That's already way better than what Brunson was dealing with against the Pacers. It's just the cool pick, bro. We're gonna lose to the Celtics. I get it. Even if we got past the Celtics with luck, we're gonna lose to the Cavs, whatever. We're not going to the finals. That's cool. We're not going home in round one. I respect Cade. Cade's one of my favorite non-Knicks players. It's the truth. I love Beef Stew. We always talk about Beef Stew for like the past month. We wish he was a Knicks player, but they're not gonna beat us. And one factor that a lot of people are ignoring: who did Tibbs beat 2 years ago in the playoffs in terms of coach? JB. Coach circles around him.
Mm-hmm.
Who's coaching the Pistons right now? JB. Different rosters, I understand, different personnel, maybe even different philosophies. But at the end of the day, everything's trending more towards us. Experience, talent, coaching. It's swaying our way more than it is towards Detroit. Knicks in 6, bro. I'm tired of this talk of Pacers in 6. Pistons in 6. Pistons in 5 even I've seen. People are already forgetting what Brunson has done. Brunson was the best playoff player in the league last year in the playoffs. The best scorer by far. Throwing up 30, averaging 30 against Philly after having a terrible first 2 games, by the way. Dropping 40 bombs. But that doesn't matter because Cade's the shiny new toy and the Pistons are the shiny new toy. That's fine. That's whatever. Knicks in 6, bro. It's going to be us. We're going through. Round 2, we'll lose round 2. That's fine. I'm not going to be delusional and say we're winning a championship, but we're not losing round 1. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, it's kind of bothered me that the new trend now is to everybody picking the Pistons over the Knicks in the series.
It's trendy.
I guess
I
it's a
love
trendy
it.
pick.
I love it. I love that they're doing that.
I think actually that don't even really bother me. What bothers me the most is people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm taking the Pistons because they have the best player in the series in Cade Cunningham." And I love Cade Cunningham, but he's never played in the playoffs. So we all know that it's different in the playoffs. Like what you've done in the regular season, shout out to him. He's proven that he's a all NBA player, all-star player, but he's not the best player in the series. That goes to Jalen Brunson because we saw it last year, averaged 35 in that Philly series. And the last 4 games in that series, he averaged 42 points a game. Nobody talks about that. Everybody kind of just washes their hands with that. They say Cade Cunningham is the new shining toy. He's going to destroy the Knicks by himself. That's what everybody seems to talk about. But outside of that, who are you going to go to and rely to to destroy the Knicks? Because Tibbs is going to key in on him. And a lot of people have been talking shit about, oh, the Pistons are 3-1 against the Knicks in the regular season, but I feel like Tibbs is kind of just like not showing all his cards right now. Because a
Especially
lot
in
of
the last game.
the last game, motherfucking fucking Shaman was playing. Like PJ Tucker was getting burned. Like what do we? Fucking Tibbs wasn't fucking showing his cards. He was just like go out there and have fun. And a lot of the times in the regular season, all of our guys weren't even playing. The one time we was all healthy and we played them, we smoked them by like 40.
Mhm.
So this notion of, oh yeah, they're gonna beat the Knicks in 5 games, like that's kind of ridiculous. It's just the trendy pick. Like you said, Cat's gravity, I didn't even think about that. Even him not having a great game, you still gonna have to respect him. Just because he shot 42% from 3 this year. Mikal Bridges, he doesn't miss games. And even him being underwhelming is still better than what we had last year when everybody went down. Hopefully OG's offensive resurgence is still going to carry on into the postseason. He don't even have to do it for every game. If he could give it to us for pause for like 2 games, 3 games maybe, I'll take that.
Soon least just sit courtside every game and
Josh
ice
Hart,
spice.
Josh Hart in the playoffs, he turns up. We understand that. And Jalen Brunson, we don't even have to talk about him doing that. I already could see the game plan. Asar Thompson, they might leave his ass open. Like it might come down to him getting left open. I think Malik Beasley, I'm not gonna lie, he might have some games where it's like
Oh, he's gonna cook.
he might cook. But outside of that, I think if you try to blitz Cade and try to make him into a turnover, which he's been struggling this season, that's kind of your bread and butter. You're gonna have to let everybody but Cade beat you. You might have to live with a Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. going off game. You might have to live with that. Um, Beef Stew, you might have to get in his head. He's gonna try to get into Cat's head. He's gonna try to be physical, but you can't let that kind of get like throw things off a course for us. You kind of have to just let him do his own thing. You can't let him dictate the game with all the antics and stuff. You can't let him do that. I think we have to use that to our advantage. Um, I trust Tibbs, bro, especially in this series. He hasn't shown his full deck, and he's waiting till Saturday to surprise him. I don't think it's gonna be an easy series, but Detroit is they're gonna play hard, but I don't think the Knicks losing in round one.
I might. That leaves you, brother. Last series. Take us home.
All right, yo.
Good
Knicks in
point, too, Colin. Thank you. Oh, five?
Knicks in five. Knicks in
Nice.
five.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna say this. It's I love the fact that people are doubting us. It's great. Keep doing it. 91% of the bets are on the Pistons to win the series.
That's
91.
crazy.
91, guys. I'm telling you, when I see something like that, I love it. Please, please, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Knicks in five.
What's going on? Why is he turning his camera off, bro? He's about to do some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, no.
What is he doing?
Listen, bro. Mitch is gonna lock up that boy. Mitch is gonna lock up that boy for sure.
Oh, Duran?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro. And I don't think Duran is fucking with Cat, bro. I
No.
don't think he could fuck with Cat at all.
But the thing is, bro, fucking also like I'm kind of scared of Isaiah Stewart like giving Cat a lot of problems, man. Uh if the refs are gonna let these guys play like they did in that last game of the regular season against the Pistons, I think that does concern me. That does concern me. But JB just outweighs all of that, bro. Like everybody saying that Cade is the best player in this series is so laughable to me. So laughable. But
It's not even Brunson is still the best player in the series. And even then, if you want to just go down like that, it would be Brunson, Cade, and then the next four guys is probably all Knicks guys.
Special guest, by the way.
oh, okay, cute.
Shut up. Shout out to the Knicks, though. What about that?
Let me see the face, yo.
Stop being weird, bro. MVP of the week. MVP of the week, bro. It's all playing, guys. Send the bets. Mikey, Eric's Discord been missing lately. It's true. So the MVPs of the week are Jimmy Butler, Curry, Tyler Hurrow, apparently, and Cole Anthony.
Hurrow.
Jimmy dropped 38, Curry dropped 37, Tyler Hero dropped 37. Oh, sorry, 38, and then Cole Anthony dropped 26. MVP of the week.
Yo, who said that? Who said that Eric's picked
Colin.
Yeah, Colin said that.
Yo, Colin, Arthur Phil's money line tomorrow, tennis.
Okay, Arthur Phil's, whoever that is.
Arthur Phil's
Just
money line.
MVP
It's just
of
a
the
little
week.
sidebar. If he wanted it, I give it to him.
MVP of the week. I'm gonna go. Damn, I'm torn. I'm gonna go. I hate this guy, but I'm gonna go with Jimmy Butler.
that's fine. What about you, Mike?
Jimmy Butler.
Because I was gonna go with Jimmy too.
Oh shit, we sweat.
Wow.
Putting my paycheck on it, that's crazy. By
Nah,
the
yeah,
way,
I mean, it
Jimmy
was
set the
either
tone.
between Jimmy Butler or fucking Hero.
oh God, we're gonna move on.
I was
So-
torn between Jimmy and Steph, to be honest.
For real?
So
He dropped-
damn, Steph.
Yeah.
my man's dropped.
Jimmy
40.
was more important. Steph.
Not yet, because
Jimmy was more
Jimmy
important.
set the tone, but Steph kind of like put the game away.
True.
One thing I wanted to do though, real quick, Justin, if anybody in the chat wants to ask any questions, drop any takes, just anything for us, I'll answer whatever you guys want, honestly.
Yeah, facts.
Because you
Anybody?
guys were dropping a couple of takes. I know that we answered a couple of them. I know D's disrespecting the Pistons. Colin's talking about JB, how he's getting pissed off watching it. Me and Bryce made a bet. I'm
Yeah,
more
they
than
were
willing to
they
answer
were
every single take.
swarming with questions when or
I like
comments.
I like, I like Connor's analysis.
Nah, yeah, Connor was talking facts.
I know Kev got something to say. Kev always got something to say.
My friend is 25 and 6'3", but never got laid. Any advice to help him? I don't
Yo,
know. I guess dating apps. I don't know, bro.
stop being shy.
Just get on Tinder or
Get out
something.
of
I
your
don't know what else to tell
get
you.
out of your shell.
Yeah,
Get
what
on
Mike said.
Go
get on
out
Tinder.
go out there and just talk.
Get
Stop
on
being
Tinder. Get
scared.
on Hinge or something. I don't know. I mean
Listen,
that's not
when I was
kind
single,
of
I never
expected.
even
I
was
kind of
on those.
expected basketball.
Yeah, I
When
thought
I
you were
was
gonna say
single,
some
I was never
basketball.
even on those sites. I never had to use that shit. It's called just talking to people.
Yeah, but you got game, bro.
I mean, bro, but like he's scared of women. Yeah, he's scared of women. Yeah, he's
How do you
scared of
know
women.
that though?
But
Like,
listen, stop being scared. They just like us at the end of the day, dude.
nah, look, whenever Jordan goes, there's gonna be some shit going on.
It's just, bro. I just have to laugh a little bit. That's all. I don't want to be laughing too hard, bro. Any shout outs?
That should be the name of a movie.
What?
He ain't
He
got
ain't got
game.
game?
That sounds like a parody movie.
Mike, you got any shout outs, bro?
Oh my god. Shout out to Kev, yo. Kev was his last day at Costco today. Congratulations, Kev. Love you, bro.
I
Yeah,
love
shout out
Kev
Kev.
too. I'm proud of him. Seriously. I
Yeah,
hope he
bro.
didn't. I hope he didn't take my message as sarcastic in the chat. He didn't like it or anything. He didn't even acknowledge it. I was proud of him. I'm happy for him, but I guess he didn't really care about what I had to say. Shout out Bert. Shout out Tori. Amen. Justin, any shout outs?
Let's go next.
That's a good shout out. My shout out. WrestleMania weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes,
Shout out to
sir.
John Cena. Shout out to CM Punk. Shout out to who else do I want to win? Shout out to Jade Cargill. You feel me? Shout out to
You guys probably won't even be watching the next game, right?
Gunther. No, I will be, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
more
I'm gonna
focused.
be
I'm gonna be
watching
more
both.
focused on Mania. I'm gonna be more focused on Mania, but I'm
I
gonna
will
have
be.
both.
I will be like this.
D said shout out to your boy Max. Okay. Shout out Curry is crazy.
That's glazing, yo.
Best WrestleMania of all time. This is actually a good question. I think this upcoming one's gonna be the best one of all time. But the best one still to this day is WrestleMania 17 from 2001. That was Vince McMahon versus Shane. So father versus son, hardcore match. That was Austin versus Rock Part 2 at Mania.
Nah,
That was
you
Triple H versus Undertaker. What are you about to say? You say I'm wrong or you agree?
no, you're literally telling me my favorite WrestleMania of
Because
all
it's the
time.
best one ever. Everyone
Yeah,
says the
bro.
best ever.
That's when I was fucking 7 years old, bro. And we had this
Punk
fucking
status.
yeah, bro.
Unk.
I was 7 years old. We had the fucking illegal cable box in the fucking living room, like watching that shit. Yeah, bro.
You want to hear a funny story, Mike? Before we even go, and I continue.
So,
Speaking of pay-per-views and stuff,
yeah.
because we had an Optimum box here, right? This is gonna be a funny story for the pod. I was trying to order WrestleMania 26, so I was 10 years old. That was Cena versus Batista, Triple H versus Sheamus, Shawn Michaels retirement match. I was trying to order it right
Mm-hmm.
on my parents' TV in their room. Tell me how I ordered Playboy by accident,
And
the
they found
Playboy
that.
channel, and then they found out, and then I got my ass whooped. So the worst part is not only did I get my ass whooped, I didn't even get to watch WrestleMania. I would have at least loved to have got my ass whooped and watch WrestleMania. But I didn't get nothing, bro. I got nothing.
Oh man.
This mania is about to be the best one ever.
Ah,
Young Gooner is crazy. Justin, get out the chat. I was not trying to goon. I was not trying to goon. I really wasn't trying to goon, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
I wasn't. But yeah, shout out to WrestleMania. I'm so hyped for that.
He's 10. He's
And
10. He didn't even know what that shit is. Bro.
I did. No, I did.
Oh,
But I just wasn't using that. So yeah, shout out to WrestleMania. Shout out to all them guys. And shout out to Dread. Shout out to Max Fried and shout out to Aaron Judge. Go Yankees. I guess you could walk us out, Justin.
Yeah, shout out to all of you guys for tuning in and commenting on the live. If we do this again, we gonna have to like turn it up even more because
I
this shit
had
was
so much
insane.
fun. I
Nah,
go
yeah,
on.
this was fun. I'm not gonna lie. This
was fucking a blast.
yeah, this was a blast. Like
This
if
was
we
a
do this
blast.
again, we just gotta like turn it up again. But if you guys are listening on, well, this is only on YouTube right now.
There's one last question. There's one last question from Max.
Oh shit.
It's about to pop up. J Mac versus Dread. Who's tapping out first? J Mac is tapping out, bro. Dread is better.
That's crazy.
Dread is the better talent. Continue, Justin.
Nah, yeah. We'll try to get it on on audio so y'all can listen to it. But please like, please subscribe, please comment. Shout out to you guys for pulling up. We appreciate you guys.
Go Hawks.
Oh, and just enjoy your vacation. Peace.
Thank you. Peace.
Enjoy that shit, bro.
Pause.